This is a Marlin Model 39A. These rifles are great. They're super accurate, that micro grooved, heavy barrel. This one comes with a very old Ted Williams 4-power scope. And when I first picked it up, I looked through the scope. I mean, it was really dirty, so I cleaned it up. But once I looked, I got it all cleaned up and looked through it, it was slightly off, it was slightly canted. I found myself, as I was holding the rifle, turning the rifle so the crosshairs would be vertical. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the vise. We'll get it level on the gun, we'll get the scope level, and we'll fix that cant. We'll get the scope level with the gun, and we'll see how that just kind of makes it a little more comfortable to shoot. Just like I suspected, here you can see I have a level on the rear sight, and the gun is level. It's in a gun vise, and it's leveled up. When we go and look at the scope, the bubble is off level. So I was right; it is canted. It's a little bit funny when you're looking through the scope, but just a little bit off. What I'm gonna do is I'm loosen up the scope mounts. I'll rotate it. We'll get it back to level and level with the rifle, and hopefully that makes it a lot more easy to look through. So with an appropriately sized screwdriver, I'm just gonna loosen up these two mounts. Looks like someone has already scratched up the scope mount there using the wrong size screwdriver. So I think that's going to be loose enough. Now it's just a matter of rotating this scope until the two bubbles line up, get that level. Minor adjustment. But when you look through it, it'll make a big difference. Both bubbles just about level. That bubble right between the hairs, the lines. I think we're right there, we're good. We're level up front, we're level on the rear. Now I'm just gonna tighten her up. So we'll go back to those mounts without upsetting the position of the scope and the rings. Just snug these down. And we should be solid now. And that is snug. Go back, double check, both bubbles still level. We should be good. Well, there, less than 10 minutes, probably even closer to 5. I got the scope rotated. Now when you look through and you sight down and those crosshairs are vertical and horizontal, and you're now no longer rotating the rifle, it just feels a lot more natural, feels a lot more comfortable. A little tiny thing like that can make a big difference in how the gun feels. Two little levels and an appropriately sized screwdriver, and I just like increase the feel of the gun. We'll take it back out to the range and we'll see how she shoots.